Welcome back to the channel. This is the Action Figure Grader, and every week I try to show you some things on eBay that are for sale, and this week it's really bad, okay? I am so glad that I don't have any money right now because there is some serious heat at auction as well on eBay. So we're going to go through all the details. This is going to be kind of a long video, I think, just with everything I found on eBay. A couple of other things. First, I need to say thank you to new Patreon supporter Benjamin. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon ranks. And tomorrow, April 13th, we have a live stream. And Chris W. over at Rogue 5 Toys, he's one of my best friends in the collecting community. He and I are admins over at Rogue 5 Toys on Facebook. You want to make sure to join that Facebook group because coming up next week, he's going to be selling an incredible collection that he just picked up that is kind of beyond words. I'm not kidding. This collection is insane, and it's a huge collection. So we're going to do a live stream Saturday, April 13th, tomorrow, at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and that is 7 p.m. UK time. So 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK time, and Chris is going to show off his items. I've got a new mic. I got Brett on Fet, a fellow YouTuber and buddy of mine, was saying that it sounded like I was talking underwater. So if I can figure out how to set up this new mic, hopefully that'll make things go a little smoother with the sound. But Chris will be showing off the items, and subscriber and viewer participation is requested. We want you guys to have some banter. You know, we want it to be fun. This is supposed to be fun, man. And we've got an awesome collection to go through. It's going to be really fun to check it all out. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen enough of it to know that this one is definitely worthy of the title Jackpot Part 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed that thumbnail, by the way. Anything I can do to make fun of Chris, it's amazing. Okay, so as always, we've got a what to buy video every Friday. And in the video description, there will be the eBay affiliate links. A lot of these are at auction, okay? And I know that a lot of you do this, but I want to remind you that if you put a low bid in using my eBay affiliate links and then come back and win it for real later, it will help out the channel. And I know a lot of you guys do that. So thank you very much for that. But check out the eBay affiliate links. And as we go through these, some of these sellers have other items available. I just wanted to kind of condense it a little bit. There's just too much out there this week to go through everything. So I'll mention that as we go through it. All right, let's start with the vintage collection. There's a beautiful condition foil VC04 Luke Skywalker Bespin. It looks to be in great shape. It includes a star case, as you can see there. And, you know, light edge wear, but nothing crazy. But it's at auction, so I wanted to point this one out. I think almost everything on my list, not everything, but almost everything is auction. And so this one ends Saturday at 12:52. Let's see, 11:52 a.m. So yeah, it's about 1 o'clock. So this is going to be ending right around, let's see, right an hour before the live stream. So it's really cheap right now. It's only at $17.50. We've got the N1 Starfighter version of the Mandalorian. Beautiful condition, unpunched, all that good stuff. And it's at auction with a $20 start price. Buy it now of $55. Same seller as the Luke Bespin foil. And so that one ends Tuesday at 8:38 Eastern time in the morning. So a couple of good deals there if you're looking. Next up, we've got an AFA 9.0 Kylo Ren that's at auction. So I know the sequel trilogy is not people's things, but I do like this Kylo Ren. I think it's a great looking card back. And right now the bid is only $15.50. That one ends Monday at 11 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're looking for a Kylo Ren graded, this seller also has the Walmart exclusive Imperial Gunner graded AFA 9.0. That's kind of a tough one to get in a high grade because it is a Walmart exclusive. And I think he's got a couple of them because I sent one of these out to a Patreon supporters and it sold. And now he's got another one. So I did receive an offer from him for $94. So you can make an offer on that if you want, but it's listed for $99. He made me an offer of $94. Shipping is $14. But I wanted to point it out because it's a pretty awesome card, that Return of the Jedi version of the Imperial Gunner, AFA 9.0 Walmart exclusive. Now let's dig into some vintage Kenner stuff. We've got a baggie for the TIE Fighter palette. I'm a little surprised this one hasn't sold yet because it's tough to find the TIE Fighter palette in a baggie. This is a tape sealed baggie. It looks to be fully tape sealed. It's got some residue and things like that, but don't let that scare you off. It looks legit to me. And this is a seller that seems to have a lot of really nice baggies lately. And that I can tell you that the TIE Fighter palette is very tough to find in a baggie. I don't have that one yet. It's listed for $200, and there are 11 watchers on it right now. I sent it out to my Patreon supporters and to buy it now, but nobody's pulled the trigger on it. Here's another one I sent out to them. This has got uncracked limbs, and it's an older K-style UKG-80 tri-logo Boba Fett. So it is the unpainted knee, unpainted wrist dart, and it's got the darker brown belt, and it's uncracked limbs. So this is basically an unused, unplayed with figure, graded UKG 80%. It's a little high. Okay, I admit it's a little bit high on the price, but it's not too far off, I don't think. $583, 460 pounds. I think it's worth it personally. I'm actually considering it myself, but I don't want to spend any money right now. I think because of the uncracked limbs and, that usually gets a pretty good premium. Could it be a little cheaper? Probably. I would say probably closer to 400 pounds would make me feel more comfortable. But it's just really tough to find that one in such pristine condition. It would be nice, too, if it had an updated case. That's probably the other reason why maybe it hadn't sold yet. But I wanted to point it out in case anyone's looking. It's a UKG 80% tri-logo. There are a bunch of really awesome comics, and I'll try to fly through them because I know most of you don't collect the comics. But the Comic Monsters Lair, he's got several different really nice looking vintage Marvel books that are all CGC 9.8s with white pages. I've always wanted this one. This is Star Wars 37, and this has got Luke versus Vader and kind of a POV of Vader holding his saber with his shadow there in Mortal Kombat. These are kind of non-canon books, but I wanted to show that one because it's at auction. Right now it's at $103.50. And then we've got Star Wars number 40, the first appearance of Rogue Squadron, and a great cover and the adaptation of The Empire Strikes Back. That one's also a 9.8 with white pages, direct edition. That one's at $46. And then he also has Star Wars 17, which I believe is Luke Skywalker's first solo story in comics. And it's got a great Luke Skywalker cover. Also a 9.8 with white pages. That one's at $62. Those all in Tuesday morning at, let's see, it says 8:27 a.m. my time, so 9:30 in the morning or so Tuesday. So that's a seller I bought from in the past as well. So if you're looking for any kind of early Star Wars from the Marvel Run books in 9.8s, there you go. And then I'm going back to One Stop Comic Shop. He's got some awesome autographed items that I had to show you, all signature series, yellow label 9.8s. This is the Star Wars 41 negative space with Asajj Ventress on the cover. And it's got a great quote from Nika Futterman, who is the voice actress for Asajj Ventress. "I wasn't planning on killing you, but you're making it very tempting." That sounds like what my wife says to me pretty much every single day. Or what I say to my kids every single day. I'm kidding. But that is a great quote, and it's got her signature there and along with Asajj Ventress. So that is pretty awesome. And this is also, I believe, signed. I think it's signed. Let's see. It's also signed by John Tyler Christopher, the artist, the cover artist. So that is an awesome item. That's a really awesome one. That's already at $208.50. That one ends Monday at 8:58 Eastern time. But he's got some even, this one's probably my favorite, but he's got others that I have to show you. So he's got a Katie Sackhoff signed cover of The Mandalorian Season 2, number 3, which is, I think, the first true comic book appearance of Bo-Katan. I've got the Mike Mayhew version, but this is a great one because this is the Suayan. I can't pronounce his name, but he's a pretty well-known comic book artist, especially within the Star Wars comic book community. But he kind of did it in the style of Katie Sackhoff's face. And then he had Katie Sackhoff's signature there on the left in blue. So it's just an awesome cover. Yeah, so this is the first appearance of Casca Reeves and Axe Woves in comics. I thought it was also the first appearance of Bo-Katan in comics, but I could be incorrect on that. That might be season 1. Season 1 maybe is our first appearance. But anyway, that's a great looking cover. That one's only at $92 right now. That one ends Monday at 9:07 p.m. Central, 10:07 Eastern. So there's that one. And then we've got Tamura Morrison signed JTC negative variant. So this is a pretty cool one. So it says Tamura Morrison. I can't pronounce his name. Tamura Morrison. And then it says Boba Fett below there. So it's in gold too, which I thought was really cool. So that one's a 9.8. That one is at $115.50 and also ends Monday evening. He's got a Ewan McGregor signed action figure cover variant. So that's pretty cool. Kind of a young Obi-Wan Kenobi variant, Padawan. And that one's already at $212.50. He's been kind of, his signature on CGC 9.8s is being running about $300 to $350. They get as high as $375 depending on the cover. I bet this one will stay a little bit lower. It's not as desirable of a cover variant as some of the others. So that's at $212.50. And then this was a really great one. This is a 1 in 300 cover variant for Darth Maul #1, the Turkish edition. So for every one of the standard cover, or excuse me, every 300 of the standard cover, one of this cover was made. So it's a very exclusive cover variant. And it was signed by Sam Witwer, who obviously voiced Darth Maul in the animated cartoon. So, and he's also the likeness and voice actor for Starkiller, obviously. Most of you guys know that already. So that's a beauty. And that one's a 9.8 with white pages, and it's already at $204.50. So there's some real serious heat over at One Stop Comic Shop, trusted seller. And there you go. Next up, we're going to dig into some really high-end vintage mint on cards. This is Lee's Toy Review. He's got several different vintage mint on cards that I didn't even show on this one, but he's got the Hammerhead 21 back. That's at $100. That one ends Sunday evening. He's got the Chewbacca 21 back offerless, unpunched. That's only at $83. They're in varying degrees of condition. Okay, so make sure you check out the close-ups. Like this one's got a little faint crease in the upper right-hand corner, but overall, they're in very good shape. I think most of them are 75 to 80 grade condition. He's got a few that I think have a chance at an 85. But this Chewbacca is only at $83 right now, and in Sunday evening. He's got the Death Squad Commander on a 12 back. It's got a faint crease in the upper right-hand corner, but a pretty beautiful example. There's another crease that kind of runs through the name pill there, but it's a beauty, unpunched with a crystal clear blister. And that went in Sunday evening as well. And now we got CIBs. Collectibles Investment is... I can't talk. CIB Collectible Investment Brokerage, which is affiliated with AFA. They've got a number of pretty fairly rare items at auction right now. So we've got a Poppy, a Japanese Poppy for the Stormtrooper, graded AFA 75. All of these items in Sunday evening. We've got the AFA 70 Poppy Darth Vader. So there you go. If you're looking for some high grade, well, this is not a high grade, but this is a pretty rare item to find these poppies, Japanese poppies. That one's at $372. Luke Bespin is graded AFA 60. So maybe that'll keep the price down a little bit for those of you looking. That one's at $202.50. We've got the Death Star droid. That's an AFA 85. So that's the highest graded example for the Poppy that they have at auction in this lot. That one's at $160.50. They also have some beautiful examples of mint on cards here. This is the Tig From, which is made in Mexico. So this is a Lily Letty item. It's on the U.S. Droids card back, unpunched, and it's graded AFA 75, 75, 80. That is a beauty. That one right now is at $260, also in Sunday evening. This was an interesting factory error. This is an upside-down Paplu, and it's graded AFA 75 plus. It's got the archival case upgrade, 75, 85, 85 upside down figure, as you can see on the AFA label. So very cool factory error item. That one is at $129.50 and in Sunday evening. We've got a AFA 20 back A Sand People graded AFA 80 plus. And that one has got subgrades of 80, 80, 90%. So it's a beautiful unpunched example. Light scuffing on the back, but that is a very nice looking 20 back for the Tusken Raider. That one's at $305 and also in Sunday evening. So CIB has got some really nice items. I think they also do have some other items that I didn't include in this video. So make sure to check out the eBay affiliate links in the video description and go check out their other items. We're going to end on this one. This one is a CAS 80 77 back A Yoda. So this one is graded CAS 80. It's got a crystal clear bubble on it, blister. Absolutely stunning condition blister. Now, I want to make sure that people are aware. Below the name pill, there is some litho issues there. So it looks like someone tried to take off the price sticker. Leave the price sticker alone. God, it drives me crazy that people do that. I can understand why, because it was right in the smack dab middle of the card back, but it left damage to the card. But CAS still gave it the 80%, which I'm not dogging CAS because I do have some AFA graded items that have litho damage that still got the 80%. So 80 for the card score. So I think that's okay. But I wanted to at least point it out because some people are very picky about that. The card got an 80, blister 85, figure 90. It still got an 80 overall because of that litho damage, so I think it's appropriately graded. But I wanted to point it out because some people freak out about that stuff. Right now it's at $305. It's a beauty. I would say that if I had any funds right now, I would be tempted on that one. But anyway, it's at $305. It ends Saturday evening at 9:05 Eastern time. So if you're looking for a crystal clear blister 77 back A with a Hong Kong, I think is that a Smile Factory? I can't tell. It looks like a Smile Factory Yoda with the black Pac-Man eyes and the kind of the darker green brown snake. So darker green skin, brown snake. Anyway, that is a ton of items to go through. I appreciate those of you that take the time to bid on these auctions and do like a low bid using my eBay affiliate link, since it does help out the channel. Good luck this weekend. There are some serious items available for sale and at auction. So I hope that some of y'all were able to pick some of these up. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.